tea time. And today, T, the question is, have we aged out of teen TV and movies? So everyone is talking about shows like Euphoria and the Gossip Girl reboot, and some of us of a certain vintage might be finding it harder than ever to identify with the characters, because let's face it, life as a teenager in 2022 is not like it was back in our day. I would say I'm never going to age out of teen movies and teen shows and teen books. And I don't think it's because I'm delusional. I think it's because I hope. I think it's because I learn as much from the youngins as I do from people who are older than me. Like, I don't subscribe to this notion that just because you're a young person, there's nothing you can teach other people in the world. And I find that there's a whole generation of kids that are doing incredible things and awful things that we can learn a little bit more about. I don't know, how to deal with life, how to deal with other people, how to be more inclusive. I don't know. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I feel like, oh, no, I'm so over that. I might identify a little bit more with the adult characters in these shows and movies and books, but I still want to see how the teens roll. What do you think, T?
I'm never going to age out of it either. I mean, seriously, I watched them all. I mean, I watched Fame. Obviously, we all watched 90210, Dawson's Creek, My So-Called Life, Degrassi, Friday Night Lights. I watch Euphoria now as well. That one's a little bit more dark and disturbing. But I watched them all, and I'm looking forward to the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one too. That looks like it's going to be a teen drama as well, and it's much more dramatic than the original series. But I don't think I'm going to age out. I kind of thought about this and I thought, why do I like these so much? And my answer I came up with is, I think what I like about it is that I don't think it matters whether you're a teen or whether you're an adult. I think this is just life in general. I like to watch vastly different people in the same situation, meaning they're all in the same school, but I have completely different experiences in the same school, and they're there for the same amount of hours, but they all have very different experiences based on what they look like or how smart they are or who they hang with. And I find that's the interesting part. It's kind of just like the movie Breakfast Club, right?
Yes.
We all liked that movie, and it's the same type of idea. They all have very different experiences of being at this school, yet they're all hurting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And watching them all navigate through that, it helps me sympathize. You might think, that popular girl, what does she know about suffering? Or that person over there, what does the jock know about suffering? Or what does that nerd, they get straight A's, what do they know about suffering? And you kind of really realize, whether it's told through humor or dramatics, you learn that everybody's suffering, everybody has their own story, everybody's going through something, and just because you're going to the same school as them, but you all have very different experiences.
Absolutely. And you know, the thing about it is that even though things have changed so much, a lot of those tropes are still the same. There are still people who are popular. There are still people who are marginalized. There are still people who are drug users and smokers. And these themes have carried through to a certain extent. And the other thing I think I really like about seeing young people thriving or not, or struggling or just moving through life, is that they don't have mortgages. They're not paying taxes. A lot of them don't have kids to take care of. Like, you couldn't pay me enough money to go back into a high school hallway and be so self-conscious that I think people are talking about me who aren't, and people are looking at me who aren't. They didn't care about me, but at the time I lived so much in my head. You couldn't pay me enough to go back to that. However, as a grown-up, being able to see these kids with no responsibilities except to come of age, there is a freedom and a liberation in that. And there's probably a small part of me that's like, I like that liberation and freedom. Like, there's a lot of adulting is hard, and we've always known that, but we really know that now in the middle of a pandemic. So there's a freedom to seeing young people sort of doing the things and making the mistakes. And I even read young adult novels. Like, I love them. I love to see what they go through. I love to see their love stories. I love to see their challenges and their struggles. So you will not find T or I ever saying no
No.
to a teen story.
No.
Right? It's not going to happen.
I'll give it a try. It's not going to happen. I'm going to give it a try. And piggybacking on what you said too, like they don't even, for me, they don't even realize in the moment how easy they have it compared to when they're going to be an adult, right? Like, so that's the interesting part too, like watching them go through such troubles, and it's also consuming for them. And we all remember that. Like, I remember that thinking, this is it, my world is over. It's also consuming, and they don't even realize this is easy street.
Yes.
This is easy street compared to what's coming for you.
You're going to wake up in the morning and there's going to be a bowl of cereal waiting for you. Like, life is okay. It's going to be okay.
Exactly. No bills.
No bills. T, thanks for that. Everybody go home and enjoy some teen stories. They know what's up. They're having some fun. And T, I can't wait to have you back here in the beauty corner with me in person. It's going to happen at some point.
Yes.